Hey everyone, good afternoon. I'm going to be your host today. My name is Avi. I'm with Coverager. I think you know me. So let's start. Today's webinar topic is money management apps. And just kind of like a background, money management apps are started to gain traction, I'd say, 2 years ago, really, but they've been around for a while. There's obviously the popular Mint, but now it's a little more sophisticated, obviously with smartphones around. And let's kind of look what it is that they offer. So if you remember, not long ago, we had to go through bank and credit card statements to keep track with our spending. We relied on mail and then email to receive statements. And if all came through, we then had to find, the patience to go through transactions. And the reality was that most people, maybe not most, but we've been missing important information, such as increased cable and phone bills. I'm sure you have experienced this, where you've noticed that the cable company has been overcharging you for a few months. And this is, really the reality that was and still is today, but money management apps are here to make it a little better. So with this quote by the founder of Trim, corporations in America today make money when people aren't paying attention. And this is true, and money management apps are here to change that. So notifications on a weekly basis, emails, they all ensure that people are aware, from unknown transactions to increased bills. They help user understand how much money they have and how much money they are going to have until their next paycheck. So just look, what is a money management app, what they actually do. So I use Clarity Money. And a while ago, I did my taxes, and I get an email, "Congratulations, Avi, you just got your tax refund." And that notification came, even I didn't even see it from my bank. And just the amount of data that they have, and obviously the timing, and more than that, and letting you know about transactions, they categorize your bills. They know how much you spend on food, on groceries, on utilities, and it gives users a way to kind of realize where their money is going. Now, it's worth talking about the power of money management apps, which is the combination of data and timing. Aside from close friends and family, money management apps are probably the first to know when people get a raise, when they move to a new place, when they quit their jobs. And this makes money management apps a dream for probably any advertiser that's looking to target people at the right time. Timing is everything in advertising, and money management apps have that. And obviously, you could see their popularity. We'll get to that soon. But people like the fact that, it's convenient than going one by one with your different credit cards and bank accounts. So 10 key players in the US, call them more notable players. And while the core is the same, some apps offer or different features, but the idea is categorizing expenses, budgeting, and offering users insights on their spending habits. And again, all with real-time notifications that make sure users are aware of important transactions. Now, you can see here Clarity Money, Mint, Simple, Honeydew. We wanted to give you kind of a taste for the different companies there are. So just, look at the ratings. Clarity Money, 4.7 out of 43,000 reviews. This is, of course, just the App Store. And just for comparison purposes, just to see the popularity, when you offer a good service that's free, Lemonade, just to compare, with all their funding, they just have 14,000 reviews on the App Store, and Root has 23,000 reviews. So Money management apps are very popular. Mint obviously is a brand name. Everybody knows them. They've been here for a while. And different ones offer different things. So for example, Honeydew offer money management for couples. That's their core feature. Truebill has a bill negotiator feature. You Need a Budget has a personal budgeting software. Albert acts as a lead gen to insurance. Charlie, which is very interesting, they launched, I think, last year. They offer it text-based, so you can either do it through Messenger or through your phone, so you don't need to download an app. Trim, the same concept through Messenger. And they're actually interesting. Their fee, it's free, but they say that if they save you money, they take 33% of the savings. Moneyline is also a big company, and they recently launched a Fitbit for your wallet, again, with a goal to keep people aware of what is happening. Now, let's travel to the UK and see interesting partnerships with money management apps. Yolt is a money management app by Dutch banking group ING. They were able to attract so far over 500,000 users, and they have interesting partnerships that we'll talk about. So first, as you can see, they have a partnership with Home Life that allows users to get home insurance quotes from within the app. So you don't need to leave the app, all within the app. Same goes with Anorak. Anorak has a partnership with Yolt where it shows users how much of life cover they need if they need. And based on that, they could also see policies from major insurers. Probably the most interesting partnership is with Money Supermarket, one of the leading comparison and insurance shopping sites in the UK. Now, while it's not around insurance, they started with simple energy bills. They allow users to compare and switch if they want to, but probably insurance is going to be something in the future, just obviously a little more complicated, I guess, for the integration, but definitely something that is going to happen. Moves and counter moves, BGL Group, which operates Compare the Market, acquired Bean, a very small startup, I think around 4 employees, but they also want to be in the game. And it's very attractive today to have users be able to manage their money. And BGL Group now has its own startup where it can compete with Yolt and eventually probably integrate their offerings, or even just use the data and see who has what. Back to the US, Clarity Money, which we covered a bit. So interesting story. They raised 14.5 million. They have a partnership with Lemonade where they recommend them within the app. Back then when they were acquired, they had around 30 employees and 1 million users. Now, while the acquisition price wasn't disclosed, rumors have the price tag at around 100 million, which is, if you think about it, it's incredible. Getting to 1 million users with so few employees. And for Goldman Sachs, this is, they bought one of the leaders, and the amount of data that they have is probably very, very interesting. Now, this is just to look at Mint, obviously one of the first companies to do and acquired by Intuit. So when you go on their site, they work with Next Insure, the pay-per-click marketplace for insurance owned by Quinn Street. So users looking for insurance, they get to see this page and they could get a quote, and Mint makes money from the referral. Now, to look at the future of money management apps, I would say it's Bankin. It's a startup from France. And if money management apps want meaningful relationship with users, this is the way. So Bankin launched a new service that's that costs money. It's not for free. That offers financial coaches that analyze a user's spending and helps find savings. So they they see what insurance you have, they see what credit cards you have, your phone bill, and they go out and look for better deals. Mostly today, money management apps rely on advertising and relationships with, select companies. But really, if you want to have that deep relationship where you know a user and you know what he cares about, then I believe this will be the future. And if you think about today, what users have to save, for example, if we look at insurance, then it's lead gen companies style the Zebra, EverQuote, Policy Genius, but being in someone's phone, that's great real estate, and being there, every day or every week. So while there may, customer acquisition cost could be more expensive to begin with, but once they acquire the customer, they have an ongoing relationship and they have amazing insights and data, and they could really take advantage of that. So it really depends again on the user profile. Is that person just looking to get the best deal, the cheapest deal, or is it someone that will say, well, not necessarily the cheapest, I want an attractive deal, but I want to make sure the coverage is good. So money management apps could be the channel between users and insurance companies. And again, if you want to control the user experience, then you want to own the process, and that's what Bankin is doing instead of just referring and advertising based on who paid the money management app. Now we're seeing banks go into the space. So money management today is a new feature offered by the big banks at least. So Chase launched Fin by Chase, a digital-only bank designed for millennials. It offers different tools to put users in charge of their money. So budgeting, see where you're spending. So again, everything that companies are doing now, whether it's apps or banks that are offering these services, the idea is to generate more awareness, make sure people are aware where their money is going to. KBC in Ireland became the first Irish bank to offer multi-banking. They allow users to view accounts held with other banks. So just think about it. If you have a different account through the KBC app, you can see your money at that account. HSBC did the same thing. They launched Connected Money, attracted over 300,000 users in the UK. The app also allows users to view accounts held with other banks. And again, money management, spending, budgeting, and all these nice features. Well, that's basically it for today. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.